Hi, I'm Scotty. I service, repair and restore vintage and antique mechanical clocks. Welcome to Scotties Clock World. Okay, well, we're ready to start putting the Napoleon clock back together again. The first thing we'll do with the face, you can see there's marks all the way around there and in the center, and where the winding keys go. So we'll spray that with some orange dissolve it, and then start rubbing it, getting it clean. Those marks are coming off relatively well. It's got a crack down there, there's nothing we can do about that, but we can certainly get rid of the marks on it. Probably build up over many years. So the one I'm taking off at the moment around the edge won't be visible because it'll be hidden under the part that joins the movement into the case, but it still requires cleaning. Oh, it's looking heaps better already. Once we've done an initial run over it, I'll then come back and look at it to make sure we've got all the marks off it that we can get off. A little bit more. And see how we go. That's coming up pretty well actually. A little bit down there. A bit more attention to that. I'll get a cotton bud and we'll have a look at that. Got a cotton bud or Q-tip. I'll put a little bit of dissolve it on it, and we'll have a look, see if we can get a bit closer in where the winding spring goes. You could possibly use a toothbrush on it, but it's coming up relatively well. And then we'll check this bit in the middle here, seems to still have a bit of gunk on it. That's looking a lot better than it was. Okay, that's done. Change of glove time. We're going to start putting the movement back into the case now. We're ready to start putting the movement back into the case. We have to put the face on the clock first. This one here that we've cleaned up. So, first thing to do is to take the hands off. Remove that tapered pin. And we'll actually replace it because it's in pretty crappy condition. There we go. Pull that through. Gently lift the hands off. Minute hand, hour hand, bit of a turn and off it comes. Alright, put them aside. Now we need to align the clock face. If you look here, there's a groove there that fits over that post there. That is your fast, slow movement setting. So we'll pop that over the top there, making sure we don't drop the wheels out. Turn it upside down. And you can see we've got a pillar there. A pillar there and another one there. Each of those is going to need a new tapered pin, which is what we're going to make now. That aside for a moment while we get our tools ready. These are the tools we're going to need to sort out the tapered pins. Bench vise with a template in it. We'll see how to use that later on. Set of end cutters. Pivot file with a burnisher on one end and a file on the other. A pin vise. Marking pen, so we can mark off the length of that we need on the taper pin, and a box of taper pins. Okay, let's get started. Pop these aside for a minute. First thing we do, select a taper pin. Spin the movement round till we can find one of the posts. I'll push a pin into it. There, we can see it there. What we need to do now is mark the outside of the pin so it lines up. Mark that up there. So it lines up with a plate, and that is where we'll cut it. The section inside, we'll take a tiny little piece off it so it doesn't stick in there quite so far. We'll start off by doing that. I'll work out, I think, about that amount. Cut that off. Then we'll cut on the black line. Make sure we don't lose the piece we want. There it is. That piece we don't want. Now, have we got our pin vise? Find the small end. Pick up the taper pin. And push one end of it into the pin vise.